I like wine. Wine's great, but sadly I'm a wine duffer. So I built an AI app that recommends a wine based on one which I enjoyed previously, and I'm going to show you how I did it in this demo. So the secret ingredients here are Relevance AI for the back end and a web page on which I could add an input form and a button and a little bit of JavaScript and CSS. Dead simple, yet really powerful. So here's the journey. You pick a wine, we fetch its tasting notes, find a similar one, and then send all this goodness through an API to our web page, which elegantly displays your wine matches. Nice. So let's take a look under the hood. Here I am in Relevance AI, and I've created a new tool imaginatively titled AI-Powered Sommelier. So there's a few parts to each Relevance app. The first is knowledge, the second is user inputs, and then we can create our own custom workflow for what happens with the data. And finally, the output, which in this case is going to be returned to the user who's on my wine recommendation webpage. For now, I've left the knowledge base empty, but of course, if I was a wine merchant, I'd want to be uploading my own product list, along with extensive info about my products here, and this would be what I'd use to train my AI on to make sure that the recommendations the app gave would be something that I'd sell. But for now, this is just a demo, so I'm going to leave it blank and just let the AI do its thing. You enter your favourite wine, and our app transforms this into a string, creatively named input wine, which is then stored in the memory and can be passed along to the next step in our model, which is the LLM. So I then give this LLM a prompt, and this prompt meticulously researches the wine that was entered. It looks into the tasting notes, the origins, and even things like what food it pairs best with. And then all of these details are then neatly packaged into a variable which is called tasting notes. These are then passed to another step on the LLM, and this time what it does is it scours through its vast wine knowledge and finds and recommends a different wine but with similar notes and characteristics. And once it finds a match, then it outputs the data in a specific format that I've given it. So now I've got to get the data onto my web page. There's a few ways you can do it. You can use Relevance AI to create a shareable link or even an iframe embed. What I did was write a bit of custom code, which was very simple, a form input and a button, and that is then posted to the Relevance app, which runs and returns it back to the web page, and it's displayed on the page. I also made a nice little spinner and a little bit of text that said, hey, I'm doing my thing, stay on the page, to make sure that the user didn't think it had just crashed and navigates away. And voila, a custom app which is integrated into a website and makes finding wine you'll enjoy an absolute breeze. So what else could you do with it? Well, imagine this app was trained on a wine seller's catalogue, offering recommendations from their collection, complete with a one-click purchase link. You'd effectively have a sommelier and a shopping assistant all in one. So that's the story of my AI wine app. If you want to clone this or explore more AI wonders, hit the link below for regular tips and free access to this tool. I hope that's been useful. See you on the next one. Cheers!